Former Miami Heat star center Hassan Whiteside made a big name and a big bank account for himself during his time in the NBA. Whiteside spent 5 seasons with the Heat during his prime, emerging as one of the premier low-post defenders and scorers in the league. The 7-footer was with Miami from 2014 to 2019, when he became a favorite of Heat fans. His shot blocking, glass cleaning, and power in the paint drew the attention of local supporters and national publications. On Sunday, over a year after retiring from basketball, Whiteside is making more headlines, but this time, due to an off-court decision. Whiteside has listed his Miami waterfront mansion on the market for $15.8 million, according to TMZ. The mammoth of a house stands on 18,000 square feet of gated area with 90 feet of waterfront on Surprise Lake in Miami Beach. This home is equipped with 5 bedrooms, 7.5 bathrooms, large open spaces in the living and dining areas, marble and hardwood floors, and a chef's kitchen. It also has a ton of added amenities like a rooftop lounge, garage turned into a gym, custom bar, movie theater, and an aquarium. In Whiteside's 5 years with the Heat, he averaged 14.1 points, 11.9 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game. This included leading the league in blocks with 3.7 per contest during the 2015-16 season and rebounds with 14.1 per game in 2016-17. While he made over $100 million in his NBA career, this decision to sell his Miami mansion will give Whiteside another big paycheck in retirement. Go ahead and file your Kasparas Giacchionis for Rookie of the Year predictions under the Never Going to Happen bucket. The Miami Heat are making it painfully obvious that he's not going to have a regular role during the 2025-26 regular season. This wouldn't be a revelation for most teams. Squads attempting to make the playoffs generally don't rely on rookies and unknowns. The Heat, though, are among the most common exceptions. Jamie Jaquez Jr. is the most recent example. While he was on shakier footing in head coach Erik Spoelstra's rotation last year, he ranked second on the team in total minutes played as a rookie. Given Miami's need for higher-end outcomes at the primary playmaking spots, Giacchionis' combination of size, live dribble passing, and comfort firing shots off the bounce suggested he might get an immediate opportunity. Sure, his summer league performance also hinted at him being a bigger project than expected. But the Heat's roster is leaning closer to gap-year territory or blue-chip Cinderella story than win-now urgence. This theoretically gives them the runway to favor trial by fire with Giacchionis. Instead, they have traveled the complete opposite direction. Heat's latest signing is bad news for Kasparas Giacchionis. Miami just sent out a smattering of what's going on here, alarm bells by attaching a 2032 second-round pick to get off Haywood Highsmith, and then signing coach SPO favorite Drew Smith. Look past the mixed signals, and you can see how this move adversely impacts Giacchionis' chances of cracking the rotation. Listed somewhere between 6 feet 2 inches and 6 feet 3 inches, Smith is not a conventional floor general. Running the offense isn't his strongest suit. He is valued more than anything for his defense. The 27-year-old can punch above his weight and height and has some of the best hands in the NBA. Smith is nevertheless yet another guard the Heat seem destined to squeeze into the rotation. He joins a depth chart that already features Tyler Herro, Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, and for those still holding out hope, Terry Rozier. This says nothing of Pelle Larsson, who has the size to play some 2 or 3, but may be deployed as Miami's go-to ball handler during spells in which Herro is on the bench. None of this leaves a whole lot of room for Giacchionis. And perhaps we should have seen this coming when the team stole Powell from the Los Angeles Clippers. He's not a table setter, but he's someone who should be logging a lion's share of his 25-plus minutes per game in the backcourt. This could complicate Giacchionis' development. Maybe the Heat's plan is to play Giacchionis up and away from the ball. His official measurements have him listed around 6 feet 5 inches, which could allow him to slide up to the 3. At the same time, neither defense nor playing off the ball is considered a strong suit. This complication isn't the end of the world. Giacchionis could be much better off getting plenty of reps with the Sioux Falls Skyforce in the G League. The Heat could also surprise us, look to put him on the ball in second units, and use all the vets around him to create space, while supplying him with proven outlets. And yet, That scenario feels unlikely. At the very least, it's not something Miami seems built to explore unless it gets ravaged by injury bugs or sees its season implode. If we're being honest, the Heat are shaping up to treat Jakushionis more like an immediate afterthought and a big-picture project. The Miami Heat appear open to moving point guard Terry Rozier, but other teams aren't showing much interest. Ethan Skolnick of Sports Illustrated and the Five on the Floor podcast reported that the Heat have actively shopped Rozier's expiring contract, but with little success. Heat have been actively shopping the expiring final year of Rozier's contract, worth $24 to $26 million depending on incentives, for just about anything, but specifically frontcourt help, Skolnick wrote. They have found no takers. Other teams saw Rozier's dramatic decline as well, including a lot of over-dribbling into bad shots. Rozier, 31, put up 10.6 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 2.6 assists across 64 games, 23 starts, last season. In the meantime, the Heat have reportedly explored adding frontcourt depth by working out veteran free agents like center Kai Jones and big man Trey Lyles. Miami is currently about $1.7 million under the luxury tax threshold and $7.2 million below the first apron. To stay under the apron, the team would have to wait until December to sign a 15th player on a prorated minimum deal. Alternatively, the Heat could create space sooner through a trade or the waive and stretch provision, with Rozier's contract likely the prime candidate. Right now, Miami is thin at center, power forward, and point guard, but has plenty of depth on the wings.